Good morning, everybody. Well, today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try and take you through a typical day here on our homestead. I've already been up since about 5 this morning and let the chickens out, watered a little bit, threw out some feed, checked on the animals, blah blah blah. That took an hour. Came back, had a little coffee, and watched a couple of videos. Said good morning to everybody. But let's start the day, and I'll try and show you how the day goes. I know a few of you are wondering about the pond and the grass. I got the grass for a few reasons. For one, I can feed it to animals. For two, grass clippings are great to throw in your compost pile. It gives you lots of nitrogen. And number three, to get rid of the mud pit that was out here from taking that hill out. I want to say thanks to all the new people for subscribing. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button down below. We'll show you, teach you, learn you, share with you all kinds of good stuff. But the little pond ain't doing too bad. I need to empty it just to exchange the water. It's dirty. Still planting, still building, still got rocks over there. I've been looking at some steel to wrap our garage here. Did get some little kois in there. They don't come up very much yet, but they will. Still a pallet of rock over here to make another flower bed right here. Whenever I get my steel on this building, I'm probably actually going to make this a big wild flower bed kind of down in there, burn that wall. But that's for another day. Let's head down to the chicken pen, and we got lots going on down here. And for all you that have been following along, you know we're doing a solar upgrade on the house here. Of course, we got all the panels and everything out there on the carport. But we're doing an inverter upgrade underneath the house down here in our battery room. And things are not going so well. I'm trying to make a whole other video about and on that, although there's not much to video. Just the issues that we're having upgrading hardware and software. Everything has to communicate. It's all an automatic system, and everything's not communicating at the moment. But that's for another video as well. Let's get to the chicken pen. Okay, everybody, we're down here at the grocery store, and as usual, it's chaotic down here, to say the least. But right off the bat, we lost a duckling the other day. I was assuming it was a raccoon that had reached through the fence and got a hold of it because it had pulled the head off the duckling. But even with the double wire, triple wire, surround pen, cage, top, you know, Alcatraz pen over there, we managed to lose a duckling. So most of y'all know all of our place out here is all a wildlife refuge, except for the part that I carved out for us. And you know, I feed the animals, I water the animals, I take care of the wild animals, all that kind of good stuff. But when they mess with my animals, you know, they get the guillotine, so to speak. And I'll spare you the details, but over there is a raccoon I caught last night. It is goat day, vet day. There is some meds here that we have to give to goaties. Over there, I got to build some kind of a pen, chute, and pin them up. They're not used to being that pinned up. I can kind of pet some of them, so that ought to be a fiasco to get to. And there's one that's out over there again. And how that goat, oh, 2 goats. How those 2 goats managed to get through that hole right there that's about maybe 6 inches by 6 inches, I have no idea. But we'll try and get these guys back in the pen and make some kind of pen inside of the goat pen to pin them up, where I can give them some shots and some worm medicine. They were coughing a little bit yesterday, and of course any disease in a herd spreads like wildfire, so now I got 3 or 4 of them coughing. See that little goatee right there sticking his head through? He can go through that square on that fence. That's the one thing about goats, guys. It is dang near impossible to keep them pinned up. So if you got goats, don't have nothing around that you don't want them eating on. I'm really surprised they have not got into MB's gourd plant over there or the banana trees on the other side. Of course, we did fence off all of our fruit stuff out there, but let me get to working on these goats, guys. Obviously, the first thing is a feed bucket. Let's see if he'll go back through that panel. If gonna get pinned up and get a shot, which I know you ain't gonna want no part of. You're gonna act like you're starving. Out the way. Out the way. Out the way, goodies. Well, I guess it caught that goat going through the wire. I don't know. You hear him coughing. That's what we're going to give him a shot for. Alright guys, I got a little corner here fenced off. We're going to try and get them in there, and I'll give them their medicine. 6 goats, 1 guy, a bag full of needles, 200 chickens, and a handful of turkeys. Let's see if we can get her done.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared. Crack, and if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. aftermath. When I hate, I attack.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Poking the finger. Luckily it's all clean stuff. Okay.
Give it 100, don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing, I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
Alright, go wrangling 101. Exactly why you want two people. You don't want to jab yourself with a hypodermic. But on with the day. I'm going to give these guys some feed. Got fresh water this morning, gonna be a hot one today, 100. So let me give them some feed. We got a goat. All right, guys. A couple things about goats are they are great weed eaters, but they'll basically eat anything that's in their pen. See that tree rub right there? They'll kill trees, plant shrubs, poison ivy, poison oak, cactus. It don't matter. They will eat it. But, let me set you down here. Sorry, it's all crazy. I don't want to get butted by Fabio. He's small, but he's an ornery little turd. Goats are great weed eaters. You can see their pen here is totally clear, and it pretty much was forest when I put them in here, undergrowth, that kind of stuff. Hey guys, get out of there. I'm gonna make a video here. And what I do is I expand their pen. Sorry about all that joltiness, guys. My goodness. Yeah, that's how it is out here. I don't even know what's wrong. Okay, there we go. Their pen out here, you can pretty much see where the fence line was. I mean, you got brown on this side, green on this side. And what I do is I just get cattle panels, add to the back of my property line back there, and make a big square for them to eat on. But they don't realize that the fence isn't there anymore. So you need to coax them over into the new property, into their new grazing area with some feed. I mean, I know some animals are like that, cattle may not be, but you know, pigs are pretty smart. If you got them pinned up and they know there's a fence there, an electric fence, they won't cross that threshold to go over here and get fresh grass, weeds, brush, whatever. As you can see, there's plenty of grass over here, and they choose not to eat it. But I coax them over with a little feed. Get away from that, bud. You ain't eating my camera. And in hopes of getting them over here where they'll clear this area out too, and they eventually will. But just don't take down a fence and think your animals are going to go over there and eat, especially once they've been trained to a certain area. That's the little female there that I still got to medicate. I was short one shot from the vet. So I'll pick up another shot today and we'll medicate her. But just a little tip. And other than that, man, I pretty much love my goats. They are great automatic weed eaters, land clearers, that kind of stuff. But mine are also more or less pets. I mean, haven't harvested any. I have sold Some of the babies, blue-eyed Nigerian dwarfs down here go for about 300 bucks, you know, on average. So if we sell a few, a couple, 2 or 3 at the end of the year, you know, it pretty much pays for their feed, and we get free land clearing. That's kind of how they work out their barter exchange here on the property. So, all right, let me see, on to the next project here. I can't video everything, guys, or it'd be a 12-hour video, but on to the next. With the heat here in Texas, or pretty much anywhere, it doesn't have to be heat. Water bins, I got about 20 of these, 25 of these for all these birds, different pens, cages, areas. Every other day, they get cleaned and washed and set up with fresh water. Alright guys, part of the glamour of homesteading, I'll give y'all a little tip here. No matter how hard you try, your water bowl will stay dirty. And you've always got that one stupid chicken that wants to roost on the water bowl, alright? Now, yeah, people put cones over them, you know, all kinds of stuff. It don't matter, the damn chicken will still sit up there. But what I do is I set my water bowls outside of the chicken pen, and I cut a small hole. You just saw the chicken stick her head through there in the wire, not big enough for any predator to get through. But the chickens go over here and drink, and when they scratch around, they don't get their water bowl dirty. Now the rest of the chickens at free range out here, they do drink out of those water bowls, and they still do get dirty. But with as many of them as I do here, all around, okay, any little bit that helps keep stuff clean and fresh, I'm all for it. So set your water outside, make sure the chickens know where it is and how to get to it. You know, set it on the inside a couple of days and then move it on the outside. Cut your hole and make sure they're drinking out of it, but it will sure help keep your water bowls cleaner, guys. Okay, everybody. Well, we got a little shower. It cooled it off. We still may get a little shower yet, but while it's cool, I'm going to try and get in here in this greenhouse and clean some of these beds out. We still got a few things that are doing pretty good. You can see the bloom on the eggplant there. But squashes, beans and stuff, some of the tomatoes, they are ready to come out. I need to tie up the mango tree back here in the back. Just pull some time off here in the greenhouse. So I'll set you over here to the side and time lapse this thing, and we'll try and get some work done.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy.
Alright guys, got a few of the beds cleaned out over here. I got some tomatoes and watermelons down there. Tomatoes and peppers here in the middle. Those are my Carolina Reapers. They're on the other side of those tomatoes. They're still growing. I'm hoping to get some Reapers off of those. They ran kind of late, so they're running late, but I'll leave them. The mango tree down there is growing crazy, and it's falling over. It's growing so tall, so I need to tie that thing up. But there's watermelons down there and tomatoes in that last bed. The watermelons are still growing, so I'm probably going to leave those, but let me see if I can work some. Alright everybody, we're going to try and prop up that mango tree. Everybody's favorite, Homesteader's duct tape. If you don't have a couple of million feet of this in your preps or on your homestead, I suggest a few rolls. This one's a 1/4 mile, but be sure and get the galvanized stuff, guys. It don't rust out. I don't know if the camera can see that or not, but there's a 1/4 mile of wire. You always need tie wire.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
And there is the mango tied up. Still got one branch there. I could probably tie up a little more. But this thing probably is going to get 12 feet up there to the top. That's what they said. I've never grown a mango before, but it seems to be doing pretty good. There is the peppercorn vine that we got. I don't know if you can tell the difference. With that vine there grows little peppercorns. So hopefully we can make and grind our own black pepper. Gotta be careful back here because there are a lot of melons. Hope I didn't break any vines. But maters, need to pick a few more before we rip these plants out. Ooh, that one was ready. Getting so big they're splitting. But beds are getting clean. on to the next project. Here are my Carolina Reaper plants. Super hot peppers, somewhere around 1.3 million Scoville. I'm hoping to produce some of these to put in the not officially cowboy candy anymore, but if we get these Reapers to reproduce, we're going to call it Red Hill Reaper candy. So stay tuned, and maybe we'll be making some super hot. Thanks, guys. As usual, I cleaned these this morning, and the ducks got them totally dirty. That's the worst thing about ducks, is they will dirty every water bowl on your property. There's Zeus and Sugar watching all the commotion. So we gotta feed and water turkeys. We'll clean ducks, feed and water them, and I'm gonna feed some chickens now. Alright, for feed, all of my chickens get game bird, and then they get a flock raiser crumble, and I try and throw some either whole corn or split corn in, scratch grain, or a game bird. To give you some idea of what the game bird is. I really like it. It's not cheap, but you can see it's got all kinds. If that camera will focus. Some good stuff in there. So I mix that in with some crumble, and that's pretty much what my chickens, turkeys, and the emus get. Of course, you got turkeys and emus get a more consistent game bird crumble. Let me mix up 5 gallons here. Alright, so that's about 4 scoops of the game bird and 4 scoops of the crumble, with about a 1/4 scoop of mealworms. Dig down in there. Of course, I'll stir this up before I pour it in there, but you get to all that game bird down there and stir it all up, and let's feed. And that's enough to fill up 1 feeder. About 3/4 of the way. I've only got 20 feeders, so that's probably a 25-pound bucket of feed. Yep. What are you sitting on over there, turkey? Nothing? Of course, we did their waterer this morning, so we'll go around and fill feeders a little bit, give everybody something to eat. Alright, lunch break. A couple of homemade tamales and some salsa from the garden. Sit back 15-20 minutes, enjoy lunch, and watch some YouTube.